What up, YouTube? This is your boy, Creative D Will. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Today, I want to talk about something that I believe can help out a lot of artists whenever they're going to the recording studio. And I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips on how to save money when you go to the recording studio. Tip number 1, before you even step foot into the studio or to your recording session, make sure you have all of your material ready. I mean, like, know the material like the back of your hand. This is your hand, know your material like that. Have everything ready. Don't go in there and be like, man, you know what, let me change that word, or let me change that. Practice your material beforehand, and don't have your phone up here reading off of it as you're recording. Know your material. That can save you loads of time. You don't have to keep writing stuff in. The engineer doesn't have to record you over and over again. Let me get another take, let me get another take. No, know your stuff before you even step foot in the studio. That can save you like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just that one tip by itself can save you hundreds of dollars. Also, another reason tip number 1 can save you a lot of money, and it just sounds better when you're recording and you know your stuff. It's in your mind rather than you reading off. When you're reading off, you sound robotic. You can actually hear that in your recording. So knowing your material beforehand, practicing your material beforehand, and just going over it and knowing it in your mind rather than having to read it off is overall benefit for you, because it enhances your performance, as well as it can save you time and loads of money whenever recording. All right, so tip number 2, send all of your files before you step foot in that recording session. Don't have to plug in your SD card or whatever into the computer, or have it on a CD in hand. I mean, if that's the only means that you have, don't put it on a hard drive where it's formatted for Mac or PC. I had somebody that I was recording, they bought a hard drive, and I record on PC. The hard drive that they bought was formatted for Mac. And if I didn't have my MacBook on hand, we wouldn't have been able to record that session. But luckily, I had my MacBook on hand. So send all of your files via email, MP3, WAV, or whatever. If you have a WAV file, then you can send that via WeFile transfer or Google Drive. Just send them a link so they can download it. Just make sure you send it ahead of time, because if I have to, if the engineer has to download that during your session, then that's gonna take away from your time, and it can take up to like 15 minutes depending on how big the WAV file or whatever. I'm probably over exaggerating, but it still could take away your time. That could be time that you can actually get in there and record, rather than having them set that session file up and everything during your session. So send your files beforehand. That's tip number 2. Send your files beforehand. You have the files, make sure you send them. So all right, so that brings me to tip number 3. Tip number 3. Do not second guess yourself. When you're in a booth, you're recording, you done practice all your stuff, you done had everything sounding exactly how you want it to sound and everything, and you're in there, you go in there with confidence. Lay your stuff down. Reason being is because music is subjective. That means that whatever I might like might be different from what you might like. So you asking everybody else that came with you, what do they like this, or how does that sound, or asking the engineer 50 million times how that sound? No, know your stuff, be confident in your work, and just be creative. This is your art. This is your expression of how you feel. So if it doesn't sound good to somebody else, screw what that person thinks, forget what they think, and just lay it down and do what you want. This is your session. This is your money. This is your art. This is your creativity. It's just like painting a picture. I might paint a picture a certain way, and this person might see it as trash or crap, and this other person might see it, yo, it's a Picasso, this junk is dope. Like, so when you go in there with confidence and know your material and freaking deliver it how you want to deliver it. Don't second guess yourself. So that's pretty much it, man. Those are my 3 tips. I think 3 big tips that can save you a whole lot of money on recording sessions if you practice them. Know your material, send the files ahead of time, and be confident whenever you step foot in that studio. And I guarantee, 100% guarantee, you can knock out a super dope track in about an hour. They say like Tupac used to go in there and knock out like 5, 6, or 7 songs in a session because he knew his stuff and he was confident in it. Like, know your stuff. Don't second guess yourself, and come prepared with all your session files and everything that you want, the music already in an easy drive to put into the computer or anything. Don't come with no CDs. Nobody really use CD players, and some computers don't even have CD players on it no more. So either a thumb drive that is not formatted to a certain computer, or send your files via email ahead of time. So that's pretty much it. That's my little rant tidbit. I'm trying to save you guys some money. This is my new channel, man. If you like this content that I'm putting out, if you like this video, then make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button and leave a comment. I would love to hear you guys' feedback on different ways that you can save money in while recording. Till next time, man, you guys continue to be creative and don't let anybody stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. Deuces. Wow.